Hello, everyone. I'm Pamela Marshall at the Wellness Radio TV and at the Wellness Radio TV podcast. Welcome to Peace and Healing Through Forgiveness. Why is it so difficult for us to forgive? I play tennis and I re-injured my knee a week or so ago during a tennis camp. And so I immediately started going to my acupuncturist, to the massage therapist, to a physical therapist. And when he said to me on my last visit, I've been having a lot of knee pain myself. I'm not sure if I can help you. I heard exactly what he said, and I believe him. We all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, but when you are in conversation with someone who has not forgiven others, I'm not telling you who your best buds ought to be, but I will tell you that eagles and ducks don't hang out together. If you want to rise to a higher height in your spiritual growth, in this journey of releasing and letting go, because, we live in a culture that really trivializes unforgiveness. As a matter of fact, it's embraced to be okay with holding things against other people, to dislike other people, to flat out hate. We are okay with that, but it's not okay with our souls. And when you are in the company of people who will tell you where they are, you just listen, and in conversation, you can hear it. And you have to think, who am I surrounding myself with? And can they be a part of the spiritual growth that I'm on to release and to be set free? You see, when the Prince of Darkness encourages us to hold on to grudges and resentment, almost anything else can enter into our spiritual journey. Unforgiveness is just it's like the perfect tool, because you have these feelings, and these feelings of anger and resentment lead to anxiety and depression, and leading to you not even being fit for a relationship. Listen to what people say, believe what they say, and then you make a decision, because in the end, you have to be accountable for your behavior and your activities. This cultural acceptance that we are currently in, that is okay with holding grudges, with not owning our responsibility in how hating somebody else is doing you more damage. Your resentment towards someone else is doing you more damage. Your bitterness towards somebody else is doing you more damage than it could ever do them. You and your emotions are impacting you first. You didn't come here to hand out punishment. We were sent here to love. And I talk about this scripture a lot. Love those who despitefully use you. Well, when we get to that point, that is the pinnacle. When we get to the place where we can love those who despitefully use us, I'm not talking about hearsay. I'm talking about what you see people do, what you hear them say directly to you. You can love them and pray for them, because who better to pray for them and to cover them than you? It's a tough pill to swallow, but it's good medicine. It is good medicine. I have to live it every day. The more I talk about this, it's as if my journey just gets bombarded with opportunities for me to live what I'm saying. I have a 25-year-old son who's on a journey. He puts my forgiveness to the test so many times. And if you have any children, you know about that as well. But we have to forgive, we have to love, and we cannot trivialize this tool that the devil uses to keep us in darkness, to keep us in bondage, to keep us from being free, to keep us from living the gift of joy and peace. I mean, think about it. If just forgiveness alone will help heal the cells in your body. Sometimes in my 7-minute meditation, because I do that every morning, and sometimes I do it twice a day, I just rub my hands together. You might want to try this. You have anything going on in your body, I just rub my hands together, because who knows my body better than I do? I've been doing this on my leg. I put my feet straight up on the wall and I rub my leg with the energy that's created in my hands. And I speak to any emotions that might be preventing the healing in my body. And then it's very humbling for me, because the scripture says that we've all sinned. So that means, Pamela, you have sinned and you have fallen short of the glory of God. But thank God for grace, mercy, and forgiveness that I am entitled to. Forgiveness as far as the east is from the west. And it's not just for me. I am to release others in the same way that the Creator releases me, because sin and unforgiveness is sin. Make no mistake, unforgiveness is sin, and that really grieves our Creator, because you were sent here. You were sent here in the likeness. And when we have this spirit of unforgiveness, there's a war going on internally. Excuse me. There's a war going on because that good in us is trying to come out. And the demonic forces of evil are wanting to do everything to keep the good from coming out. You're an overcomer. And you just acknowledge those feelings that you have, but also acknowledge too that whatever has happened, and sometimes the forgiveness is about the person in the mirror. We have to forgive ourselves for perhaps things that we have been a part of, for things that we have allowed to happen, when we take 100% responsibility for where we are on this journey. And then we have to let that go too. I am forgiven, therefore I'm going to forgive. Pamela has sinned and fallen short, and I have to forgive you in the same way that I am forgiven. Let's not trivialize this unforgiveness that is so normalized in our culture. I do thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, remember, peace takes practice. Have a strategy in place, because the moments are going to come. How do you step back and recognize it for what it is and say, I am going to shower you with love. Not telling you to put yourself in harm's way, but love as you have been loved by the Creator. Peace takes practice. We'll see you next time. I'm Pamela Marshall at the Wellness Radio TV and at the Wellness Radio TV podcast. This is Peace and Healing Through Forgiveness. See you next time.